Are the weekly pay ETFs even worth owning? That's what we're going to find out with this challenge. Welcome back, guys. We are on week 4 of buying every weekly paid dividend ETF and tracking their progress. Now, it has been rough. Today was one of the worst days in the market for like a decade. That's how bad it was. It was a bad day in the market, and thus everything is beaten down. But we did get some nice dividends, and again, they are weekly, so we can't really complain that much about these. And in a different market, I think these could do really well, but we'll have to wait and see. So we're going to break each one down, see what has lost money, what's made money, and the total return, as well as the dividends paid out. If you guys are interested in weekly dividends, in ETFs, in making money in the stock market, you are in the right place. Don't forget to like the video and to subscribe so you never miss an update. Thank you guys so much. Let's roll that intro. So this is how life has been going. The best performer is still down 9.75%, and the worst performer is down 29.22%. It's just the way of life right now. I will be buying more with this cash. I'm going to just start buying 1 share of each as time goes on. Boom, 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 all the way. We're getting to a point where maybe we'll be able to buy sooner. I might just start. I don't know. Everything's so beaten down. Who knows what the market is going to do with these trends, but it's a time to buy. It's definitely a time to buy. We can see AAPW still down 21%. Coinbase down 29%, or COIW, I should say. NVW down 17%. Surprisingly, PLTW is still down just under 10%. TSW has been doing a lot better. And we're going to look at the charts individually and see what the underlying stocks are doing. But Tesla has not been beaten down like a lot of the rest of these stocks. Maybe because it was already a little bit beaten down. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people on here who aren't fans of Tesla. You guys know I am a fan of Tesla, and I've traded it over and over and over again. But it's already run back up $40, $50 a share, which is really impressive. Maybe I'm just a fanatic about it, but only down 11.39%. Second best performer in unrealized PL on the account. So I can't complain too much. So let's jump into each of these, talk about what's going on, how the reaction is to the market, and see if any of these are worth buying at these levels. I'm so curious what you guys are buying in this market right now. Apple is down 9.25% today. This is an insane drop. If you look at the 1 month, down 14.5%, 6 months, 10%. And again, the 1 year, it's still up 20%. But from highs of $260 to $200 flat, this is pretty crazy. Now, this one's a really good growth play, and that's why I've said over and over on this channel about these ETFs in particular. It's a leveraged ETF. It's not a covered call ETF. It's a leveraged play. So if you're long on Apple, it might be for you. Because they are leveraged and you're getting a 1.2x on your return compared to just owning Apple, that is, or the underlying stock, I should say. The cat wants to join in, of course. That means that in these down markets, these will perform much worse, which is not good at all, especially for how we've been seeing these things drop. So all in all, I do like Apple. I think it's a solid fund, and it might be one that I have to scoop up. I've never owned Apple. I will say it's always been just too big for me. I like Tesla and Amazon a little bit more. Maybe I'll have to scoop some up if it falls low enough. It's still an absolutely insane return on the 5-year chart. But the dividends have been pretty solid and consistent from AAPW, which is the weekly pay ETF. Let me know what you guys are buying. I might do a full video on everything I'm buying now that this market has dropped. And I'm curious what you guys are buying as well. So let me know in the comments below. Not as bad as Apple, but Coinbase did drop 6.6% today, which is not good for a number of reasons. One, 3 6s. Come on. We can see on the 5-day it's down 7%, 1 month 17%, 6 month it's up 5%, but on the 1 year down 32%. This thing is all over the place, I will admit, but I've said this over and over again. It keeps hitting these newer lows, or more recent lows, I will say, that kind of make it look like a decent buy. We have seen it absolutely run with the last crypto run, and so I'm not surprised it's cooling off. If you guys are not fans of crypto, myself, I'm not a big fan of crypto. There are some things I like, some coins I like, I guess you'd say, but Coinbase is pretty futuristic in how it trades. I will say that. It's the only fully traded crypto brokerage app, and that's what makes it different. Yes, you can buy stuff on Robinhood and these other apps, but Coinbase is only crypto, and they are the best at it, in my opinion. Although they did do an update, and I don't understand what's going on, which seems to be, why does every company go, oh, you like how we do our product? Let's update everything. Canva did it with my thumbnails, how I make the thumbnails, changed everything. Everything's in a different place. Why are we doing that? I liked it. I was used to it. And I know maybe I'm sounding old-fashioned or just keep it the way it is. No, there's room for growth and for bettering. But come on, some of this stuff I'm like, this is obvious. Anyways, my cat is laying on my computer right now. I don't even... I need to keep them out of my mind. But anyways, Coinbase, it's one that I definitely will watch if it falls back down, not into the 30s. If it falls to the 150s, maybe. If it falls past this 150 support, I might have to jump in around the 130 mark. But we don't know. I'll say that right now. We don't know what this market's going to do. We don't know how it's going to perform. So I do like scooping up some of these smaller, lesser known ETFs on these down markets if they can hold up. The minute we see a little bit of things coming back up, everyone's going to dive in. But I've seen so many people all over Twitter buying so much stuff, and I definitely can't blame them. Down almost 8%, but it has not been a good start of the year for NVIDIA. We can see nothing too crazy, but last 6 months down 17%. On the year, it's still positive 14.5%, but high to low, it's down 31%. Not good at all. Yes, it had an absolutely insane run. If I had only been buying in 1999 when I was 2, what was I doing when I was 2? I'm just slacking off. Even in 2020, there's no excuse here. I could have been buying. I was 4 years into college by that point. Getting useless degrees, by the way. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's in the past. But NVIDIA, you guys know, I'm a fan. I think it could do really well. I own some of this in my Roth IRA, and I will be buying more on this dip. I'm just not going to over leverage into it. I don't want to have so much into it that days where it's really bad or really good, it dictates how my portfolio does. I'm trying to break away from that. So the good news is I have maxed out my Roth for this last year, 2024. If you don't know, not financial advice, you have until tax day, which is April 15, to max it out. You can put $7,000 in there for if you're single, and I don't know if it's different as a couple, if it's $14,000, who knows. But there's some good info in that. And if you're not investing in a Roth and you have no experience or don't know if you should or not, it's one of my favorite things to do. And I mean that literally. It is one of my favorite things to do because you don't have to pay taxes when you pull the money out. When you put it in, you're already taxed on it. So there's some difference there between a traditional Roth and just a normal Roth IRA. But learn those. If you're interested, maybe I'll make a video about those eventually. But NVIDIA is one that I think will bounce back. I think it has the most bounce back potential compared to a lot of these that are really taking a beating right now. Do any of you want a cat? Do you want this cat? Because I can't do it. Apologies for that. He was actively chewing through the lanyard I got for my ETF conference thing, by the way. If I didn't show you guys this yet, here it is. I will post content on that. I promise. It's coming. There's so much news coming out. I'm really interested. Also, the daily dividend ETFs are still in the works. I spoke with some people from Defiance, some really, really cool people. Ari Gutman, who is from Defiance, and he gave me a scoop on some things that are going on there. And their CEO seems to be really cool. So if you don't know Ari Gutman, he's got 40,000 subscribers. Really big name in the business of stock talking. So he's a great guy. So check him out if you're interested. The post will come. Everything's coming in time. I got to get back on track. Life has just been kicking me recently, and I'm not complaining. It's just busier than ever, but it's good. I'd rather be moving too fast than standing still. I guess. Maybe not. But NVIDIA, long term, it's a yes for me. If you were wondering, it's a yes for me. Palantir only down 4.4%. Might be the best of the day. We'll see how Tesla did. We can go to the 1 month. It's actually positive, which is kind of crazy. 6 months still up 113%. Guys, it was a $40 stock, and it's at 83 right now. That's why. It went all the way up to 124, almost 125. We're down 33% on the 6 month, and on the 1 year, we're still up 270%. I can't believe I bought this thing. When did I even buy it? I think I bought it for like $90 or something like that. No, I didn't. I bought it earlier than that. I don't know, but I was happy with it. It's coming back down a little bit, kind of what we expect. Who knows what's going to happen with these? Like I said in the last video, I would love more of these. And I want to know what you guys think. If you wanted more leveraged or slightly leveraged weekly paying ETFs, what stocks would you choose? You want that. You don't even need the volatility technically because these aren't covered call ETFs. You just want one that trends upward, I guess. You could really pick any consistent stock. I wonder if they could even do it on an ETF. Maybe they will. Maybe this is the future of investing. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be honest. I love how these work. I really do. I love how they work. I love the idea behind them. It's just a bad time in the market for them to be released. So I will keep updating and doing this account. I might have to double down and put 200 in each of them. So it's a flat $1,000 invested, especially at these prices if they keep falling. But let me know what you guys think and what stocks you would choose. I already said SoFi, maybe like Costco, slow growth, maybe like ET, a solid dividend stock. I don't know. But still, something to think about. Definitely something to think about. PLTR, long term, I don't know what this one's going to do, to be honest. The tech sector, it takes a beating when stuff like this happens in the market because it's really usually overinflated with the PE ratio, and that's kind of it. With the PE, if they're way overinflated to what they're actually earning, that really is brought to the forefront of everything when the market is dipping and everyone's selling out because they're a little bit higher on the risk side. So I'm happy with PLTR. It will probably be a long-term buy for me if it does meet some of these areas. If it goes back down to 50 or 60, I will be buying in. I couldn't believe when it made that first jump to 60, and I was like, I'm not buying now. It jumped to $60. That's crazy. And then it went to 125. So don't listen to me. That's pretty clear. Don't listen to me when I say, oh, it's overbought. Don't buy. Same thing with NVIDIA. We're not all perfect. Anyone that tells you they are perfect, no, they're lying. So not too bad. Let's check out Tesla. Down 5.5% today, meaning PLTR was the best performer of the day. Down 6% this month and up 11% the last 6 months, which I can't even believe. Tesla fell from literally 480 to 225. That is insane. Even lower. It's a near 54% decline in stock price. I don't know why I didn't buy more when it fell to this level. I bought it at 270, 265, I think. So I'm sitting at about even on my more recent purchases, but I'm going to have to buy more if it keeps trailing back down. If it goes anywhere near that 200, 220 level, I will be buying more. And you guys know I'm a Tesla fanboy. Do I drive a Tesla? No. Will I ever? Probably not. I will say my goal one day is to be able to use YouTube in one way or another to fund a Tesla for my dad. I can say that because I know that he won't watch these videos. Not that he doesn't support me, he just doesn't really understand. And I got a comment last time that made me laugh so hard. If you're going to buy your dad a Tesla, but he doesn't even know how to work YouTube, you should probably rethink that. And it's not a bad idea. He'll learn how to drive the Tesla. He'll probably get on YouTube to learn how to do it. He knows YouTube. I don't even know if he knows the name of my channel, to be honest. But they're supportive. I'm not trying to whine about that. My parents are very supportive and kind and loving people. They're the best. But it is my goal. So I'd love to buy him a Tesla. So the more prices come down, the better it is, right? Because I don't have a lot of money and I can't buy him one anytime soon. But it is a goal of mine because it'd be sweet. My dad's a very caring person. He gives a lot to everybody else and does not. One example, I know I'm yapping about my family, but when we were younger, times were tough. 2008, 2009, I was still pretty young. My dad would feed us before he fed himself, stuff like that. And so I'd like to pay him back for some of that stuff. He's still constantly working on my house with me, my siblings' houses. I have siblings. If you guys can't tell, I have a lot of siblings. I have 3. But still, he's a very nice guy, very caring guy. So I'd love to do that one day. But it'll take time. But overall, Tesla's what I'm going to keep buying on the drop. I'm going to keep buying probably permanently. I would like them to do another split eventually. They usually perform pretty well after the split. If we can look at the 5-year chart, they're still up 700% on the 5-year chart. And even the lowest of the last 5 years, it was $150 late mid-2024 and $113 in 2023. So even with these crazy crashes, it still has not fallen too terribly much. What a buying opportunity January 6th was. Oh, I know why. Is that why? I get my years mixed up now, but who knows? Coincidence? I don't know. But let's check in with the dividends. We'll see what paid out the most and if any of these are still in the green, which they're not. But one has performed a lot better than the rest, and I bet you guys already know which one. Back with the dividend tracking spreadsheet. So for those of you that are interested, if you want to use one of these to track your weekly payers, your overall account, any of it, it's available for our tier 3 members on the channel. Helps support everything, helps put money into the bank account to buy the Tesla for my dad. Just kidding. I'm still paying off my student loans. But still, if you want to let me know, we can work something out as well. I might take it off the channel memberships one day. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I have no idea. People say Patreon. I don't want to. Here's my thing. I don't like asking people for money. I just don't. I don't need money. I'm not starving. There's people that need money a lot more than me. I made the spreadsheet, or I had it made, and that cost money, so I do want return on that investment. It doesn't even have to be a good return, but that's just why it's not free. But I might find other ways to do things. So let's look at these dividends. We had AAPW with the all-time high of 56 cents. Not bad at all. COIW coming in again really high with a 97-cent dividend. This thing's been all over the map. We had 30 cents, 70 cents, $1, and $1.13 so far, which is wild. NVW, lower than last week, but still the second highest so far at 59 cents. PLTW, $1.54. Just keeps going higher. I don't understand. It keeps going higher. And then we have TSW, again, all-time high, 74 cents. And I understand because Tesla did perform a little bit better this last week, so maybe that's why. It's just been bouncing up over and over and over again, which I do like. But it was really low, and so can't complain. All in all, let's see how he performed this week. He slid all the way to the side. we can see this wasn't a full week. The way the weeks are cycled in, it's kind of different. So this was our first week of April, but we can see we got $258 the first week, $383 the second, $381 the third, and this week $4.40, which is not bad for roughly $420 invested. That's not bad at all. The only problem is the price value is dropping, and I don't know how we're going to fix that. I guess we're going to fix it if the market goes back up. So the moment of truth, is anything in the green? No. Not even close. So this is with dividends reinvested. Now, for those that are maybe new to the channel, when I put $100 in and we're reading the dividends off of the Moomoo app, that's per one share. When they are like, this is per our investment amount. So this is per $100. So the dividends do make a really big difference. And that's why it's different from the Moomoo app compared to this. So we can see AAPW is down almost 18%, COIW down 25%, NVW is down 12.68%, PLTW almost positive, down 4.6% because of today, really. I think that's how it works with the market fluctuations with these if they trade similar to the actual stock price day to day. And then we have TSW down 9.6%. Can't really complain too much for this market. I think they're actually holding up relatively well for what's been going on. A ton of stuff is dropping, so not surprised. Total dividends received, AEPW coming in last with $1.66. Then we have TSW with only $2.30. Then we have third place, NVW with $2.63. Fourth place, second place. Did I do that backwards? Second place, COIW with $3.16. And finally, our first place performer with $4.87, PLTW. They're all in the red. It's what we're going to see for a little while. I'm not freaking out. I got some comments saying that I'm crying like a baby in the last video. And you know what? If I want to cry, I'm going to cry. All right? I can cry whenever I want to. But it's all right. I understand. I like the criticism. I like the feedback. Make it a little more constructive. Maybe not calling me a crybaby. Either way, I appreciate the comments. So really, I don't know what this market's going to do. And I'm curious what you guys think. Are you guys buying everything right now? Are you holding off? Is more red to come? What is going to happen? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to open your own Moo account for all the weekly payers or anything you really need with investing, use my link down below. They give you some crazy free perks to start off with, which is absolutely amazing. And it helps support the channel, which I appreciate you guys, but also you watching it is supporting the channel. So don't worry about it if you don't want a new account. Don't do it out of, oh, let me be nice. Don't do it if you don't want to, 100%. But again, thank you so much for the support. We did hit 10,000 subscribers. The giveaway video will be coming soon. I just have to pay my taxes, so it will be probably before the end of this month. And I'm really excited for that. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Remember, we're giving away $300 split in a couple different prizes, and it's going to be amazing. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I cannot believe we hit 10K. I'm so blessed, and it's all because of you guys. Thank you guys so much. I hope to see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to like these popping up on your screen right now, so don't forget to check them out.